Our league makes no sense. This weekend, I have some wild stuff happening, including Iowa State 5-point underdogs beating Cincinnati. And I don't think you're going crazy. I don't think you're throwing things. If you're a Cincinnati fan, 0-2 in Big 12 play, 2-3, losers of 3 in a row, I think maybe you're surprised to be 5-point favorites against Iowa State. I think Kansas, they cover 3 against Oklahoma State, but I wouldn't be shocked if OSU wins based on the way this league is going. I think BYU beats TCU as 6-point dogs. Texas Tech and Kansas State. Listen to this. Just hear me out here. Hear me out. Five crazy things happen. Houston beats West Virginia. Pa-ching. Iowa State beats Cincinnati. That's not insane. Oklahoma State beats Kansas. We would usually never bat an eye at that. BYU beats TCU. One team's 4-1, one team's 3-3. And Kansas State upsets Texas Tech on the road. Yeah. None of those things I just told you, the wildest of those things, Houston over West Virginia, has already happened. The rest of them are still in play. I want to take you on a little time travel. Week 1. You wake up Saturday, September 2nd, 103 degrees in Waco, Texas, where I live. And you think, Rice and Texas play today. And you know what we see we're treated to in the 11 a.m.s in Central Time? Colorado beats TCU, 21-point underdogs. Colorado upsets TCU. Little did we know that would be the trend for the rest of this season. Also that day, Texas State beats Baylor. You're thinking, all right, this isn't good. This isn't good. And then Wyoming beats Texas Tech. In day one of this conference, Wyoming beats Texas Tech. Texas State beats Baylor. Colorado beats TCU. And at that point, somebody released a podcast for a different Big 12 site that was like, hey, everybody's overreacting. Everybody stay calm. It's not going to be as bad as you think it is. And they were wrong. That was just week 1. 3 monumental upsets in my book. Let's take you to week 2. Here's where the Big 12 struggles in that Utah beats Baylor. Oregon beats Texas Tech in a game that Tech could have won down the stretch. Oregon scores 20 points in the fourth quarter. Obviously, Texas over Bama doesn't really help us in the long run. Iowa over Iowa State, that's not fun. Couple of awesome ones, right? Cincinnati over Pitt, UCF over Boise State. You're like, oh, wow, what if these save the day? And then Rice beats Houston, and that's all right back down the crapper. So week 2, kind of an even keel. You know what? Fine. Week 2's fine. Week 3, Missouri beats Kansas State. Baylor struggles against Long Island. Ohio beats Iowa State. What I hope you're gathering here is, shoot, there have been a lot of bad games. There have been a lot of Big 12 teams that have just lost to bad teams. Or there have been a lot of games that just don't make any sense, such as same week, Miami of Ohio never scores more than 7 points in a quarter and beats Cincinnati. Yeah, 31-24 in double overtime. In that same week, remember, Ohio just beat Iowa State. Miami of Ohio beat Cincinnati. South Alabama, 33. Oklahoma State, 7. Oklahoma State beat Kansas State. This is the same week that West Virginia beats Pitt, BYU beats Arkansas. Those are very fun to talk about. But remember, Miami of Ohio got a win against a Big 12 team. Week 4. Again, we're in our time machine right now. And you're going, hopefully this gets better at some point. Texas and Oklahoma both win in week 4. Not shocking. What is shocking is when Texas Tech falls to 1-3 as they lose to West Virginia, who's 3-1 in Big 12 play. That's great. Maybe they can keep this momentum going. I guess we'll have to see. As we continue on our time travels, whoa! Oklahoma State lost to Iowa State too? That poor team, their season must be over. They might not win a game again. Luckily, Kansas State beat UCF. They can still run the table in the Big 12. Week 5, BYU over Cincinnati. We start clean. Texas over Kansas. We expect Oklahoma over Iowa State. That's normal. Texas Tech over Houston. That's great. Then we get some wild stuff. Double-digit favorite UCF loses to Baylor, who scores 26 in the fourth quarter. Baylor, the new worst team in the Big 12. And TCU loses at home to West Virginia. Now we're thinking, surely West Virginia's good. Surely West Virginia's good. They get a bye in week 6. We'll visit them later, right? Well, luckily, week 6 starts with an easy one. Kansas State's going to move to 4-1 in Big 12 play, vie for a title. Nope. Oklahoma State, double-digit underdogs, beat Kansas State 29-21. And we all go, oh no, that's not good. Kansas beats UCF. Kansas, the dark horse here, being a normal team. Texas Tech beats Baylor. And then TCU, who just played for a national championship, loses to Iowa State, who's now 2-1 in Big 12 play. And we're all looking at each other going, there's no way it gets crazier, right? Well, the conference's darling, West Virginia, loses outright to Houston on a frickin' Hail Mary. Oh. Now this week, there's a legitimate way Iowa State, Kansas, and Texas Tech are all 3-1 in Big 12 play after this week. How does that make any sense? How does any of this make any sense? How am I supposed to keep talking about this and making picks when none of it adds up? How do I keep giving you best bets when I'm losing money hand over fist on this league? I love it. I love parody. It just makes my job so insane, and it's great. Oh, I hope you all are enjoying the Big 12 as much as I am. TV markets aren't, TV stations aren't, but I am. This has been. Please come back tomorrow not tomorrow. It's Saturday. It's on a Saturday all the way to work, Sunday and a Monday and all that stuff. This has been, it always will be, Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.